What's up, guys? It's Kevin over at LEGbrOs again, coming at you with another video unboxing some LEGO that I got here today. There actually is some LEGO in here other than just minifigures, so that'll be exciting to unbox here as well. I think it is mostly in pieces would be my guess, just from the sound of the box, but we'll definitely take a look at that today. So one small one, one rather large one. We'll start with the small one first. If you guys do like the video, go ahead and hit that like button, put the little bell just in case, so you can know if I make another video. It'll give you a notification there, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I would very much appreciate that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'll also, again, if you do see any of this stuff you like, go ahead and check the link out to the store. It's going to be in the description there. So let's start with this small one here. This one was just a smaller lot of just all versions of Stormtroopers. Some of them are in a little bit rough shape, like that one. It's going to be pretty much junk, specifically just coloring and whatnot. A lot of them have the wrong heads as well and wrong bodies. But they were just kind of all together, just specific pieces for troops that I can use. So that was mostly why I got it. It was a pretty good price. There's a couple that are complete the way they're supposed to be, like the Episode 3 guy there. And just a regular Stormtrooper. So there's a couple that are complete here. There's a clone. He looks like he's pretty rough though. Might try to clean that one up. And a Scout Trooper. Yeah, so overall just a bunch of troops. Mostly just Stormtrooper helmets. I don't see any... Well, there's a couple clone helmets. Maybe just one. But we'll be able to use these parts on a lot of other figures as well. So I'll put those all together correctly. Troops always sell really well, so that'll be good. Yeah, that one is really messed up. That one's pretty useless if you can see the coloring on him versus something that is white. Pretty stark difference there. So that one's a useless one, which happens every once in a while. I mean, some things get sun bleached or just cracked or chewed up by a dog. All sorts of crazy stuff. So, with the box here, I'm not sure how we're going to do this. There are 3 orders kind of all in one. One was actually a set, and then there's 2 bags of minifigures specifically. So I'll probably just take the minifigure bags out of here. I'm going to do those first. I don't know if you guys can see the set already. Some of you probably already know what it is just from looking at the parts. So go ahead and leave a comment if you knew before we actually told you. Let's start with the minifig bags here. Dropping stuff on me. This is all going to be Star Wars as well. This whole lot was Star Wars, so nothing else in terms of theme. We do have a Tauntaun, complete with saddle and horns, which is getting harder and harder to find nowadays. So I was really happy to pick that up, make a nice Hoth lot a little bit later on. Of course, we have to have both Snowtroopers and Hoth Rebels. If you've seen my other videos, that is definitely the theme. Every single lot you get of minifigures has these 2 figs in there, so gotta have those. We do have Hoth Han as well, riding that Tauntaun, so that is good. This one is actually the prize of this set here. This is the Chrome Stormtrooper. He's actually in really good shape as well, which is really good to see. Specifically, all the joints are tight and everything. He's got this little kind of pattern on the front there, and that wears off all the time. But this one's actually in perfect condition, so that is really cool to see. He'll do really well in the store specifically. There's 3 chromed out figures. Specifically, this one, Vader, and they did a C-3PO, which I actually did a video on the C-3PO earlier on, so you guys can check that one out as well. That one is sold already, so sorry if you guys were looking for it on the store. That one sold pretty quickly. We do have Jar Jar Binks, the old version. We have Darth Vader in a questionable phase of his life. And it looks like an older Imperial commander, I guess you could call him. Do you have some Rebel Scouts? These are pretty much in everything as well. They were in a lot of different sets, so people really like those Rebel Scouts. which is funny because they have the goofiest looking helmet of any of the Star Wars figures, but they actually are one of the most popular, which is kind of ironic. We have damaged Darth Vader's head, obviously not damaged Darth Vader's body, Gamorrean guard, AT pilot, and then just some, looks like an old school stormtrooper with the yellow head. Some stormtroopers here, and another snowtrooper, another, that looks like Luke's head, but on a officer's body. So the Chrome Trooper is definitely the best of that lot, specifically. Alright, so we do have some Lego, just a little walker there. I don't know what set that was from specifically. We do have a version of Anakin with the longer hair and the headset. Palpatine, that's obviously not his lightsaber, but very colorful. Looks like his cape is on wrong as well, so we'll have to fix that cape. It's supposed to go on both sides there, or the pauldron anyways. We do have Mace Windu here. Purple lightsaber, those are always good to find. Kind of hard to find those ones. And a bunch of troops. We do have Barriss. And Commander Fox. He's always a good sell. Any of the commanders do really well. I do have a whole bunch of clones in here. This was an old Droideka, it looks like, but it's kind of got a mangled bunch of pieces, so I'm not sure if that actually is something that we could rebuild from the pieces in here or not. It looks like just kind of a bunch of Lego stuck together at this point. Some of the heads are mismatched in here. There's a lot of droids specifically in here. One super battle droid. This one's cool. It looks like it is broken. Unfortunately, the hilt is broken, but his light does still work. So this is Mace Windu, the actual light-up version. So if you guys haven't seen one of these, he's supposed to have, you know, the rest of his hilt right here as well. So that's really unfortunate that he's not working. Well, he is working, but he doesn't have that covering on his lightsaber. Because you can put this purple version in there. Normally, you can stick that in there, and I don't know if you can see that, but it lights up specifically. So he's got a little battery pack in the back here, and you just press on his head, and it lights up, which is really cool. I always thought those figs were super cool. You can't replace their capes, because their head is part of the components there, so you can't ever replace the cape. So a lot of times the capes are really frayed, like this one is specifically, so that's unfortunate, but you know, what can you do? They are used figures after all, and that guy's pretty old, so it's gone through probably quite a lot in his life there. We actually do have a white head there, but the Episode 2 clone, the very first clones that they made, that have that hole in the helmet specifically, so you can see new version, old version. I prefer the old version. I don't know, I just like the look of it specifically. I think it's kind of cool. And we do have some Senate troops here. If you guys can see, I'll just give a hint as to what that Lego set is, if you guys hadn't figured it out already. We'll put some of the figures that belong in there. I think that was there. I don't remember if there's 2 of these in that set, but there's something along the lines of that in terms of the figures itself. So if you guys have not figured that one out, I'll tell you in just a little bit. Give you the reprieve here. There's another pilot and some clones. We got some bomb squad troopers here, and just an astromech. So yeah, mostly just droids and stuff like that. So nothing really super special. I was hoping this guy was in a little better condition than he is. Similar to the Chrome Trooper, I'm curious as to why this guy got so chewed up when this guy was so perfect. So that's kind of interesting. It's coming from the same person specifically, but what can you do? All right. So I don't think there are any minifigs in here left. I think it's all just bags. I don't want to lose any bricks in there, so I'll probably have to empty out the bags afterwards just to make sure that nothing got lost. Yeah, that's gonna be a task. I know if I throw this whole thing away, I'm going to find one piece that's missing in there, which is kind of funny. Well, kind of funny until you're the person who is missing the piece, and it's not funny at all. So this actually is the Republic Cruiser. Let's see how much of it is completed so you guys can kind of see. Pretty taken apart. There was no instructions or anything, he just kind of had it laying around specifically, but as you can see, it's pretty massive, the whole size of it specifically. You can see like the back there. This is the Republic Cruiser, the Venator, specifically. I actually have one of these with the box and the instructions and everything like that, so pretty cool. It was a little bit dusty from being on display. They said it was complete, so hopefully that is the case specifically, because it actually is a really cool ship. You can see some of the coloring there that goes on the side. It's kind of like one of those, like the 61-1 kind of an Imperial ship there, but this is the Republic version of it specifically, kind of from the Clone Wars and all that kind of stuff. So we'll definitely build that up, see how complete it actually is. Hopefully it's 100% complete, and then go from there. So if you did like this video, go ahead and leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that little bell just in case you want to be notified for any other future videos that I do. I'll just be putting this together here shortly, and then going through the rest of the figs here in more depth. So if you do see any of the figs that you really liked, head on over to the store, take a look at what we have there, and see if you can find what you need. We've got pretty good deals there as well. So I do appreciate it, and have a great rest of your day.